that will go 300 yards. All the way out there.
Oh, hit it. Get it. Get down, too. Well, it wasn't very explosive. It loses so much by the time it's there.
Well guys, this is a very, very fun gun to shoot. The Savage A17. Of course, it's unloaded. Well, it's on the video. I did take this out to 300 yards. And it worked pretty good for semi-automatic. Just a little bit of background on this gun. This gun did come out officially last year. I just got around to reviewing it for the first time. I was super excited when I saw it. The semi-automatic 17 HMR, a little skeptical to say the least if it would actually function. And it did. It functioned flawlessly. And that's contributed to its delayed blowback design. This is still a blowback gun, but it is delayed. So it has a interrupter lug in it that basically, it just for a couple milliseconds keeps this bolt closed to ensure that the pressures are dropping. Because the 17 HMR caliber, the biggest problem is you can't use a regular blowback design. If you look at the cartridge, it's a very thin, very, very thin walled case right here. So what was happening in the early firearms is it was just ripping the rim off. So to fail to extract, you would have basically rounds cooking off in your chamber because it was going back really, really quick. So Savage fixed that has an interrupter lug on it, which allows this action to stay closed, like I said, for a few milliseconds. In terms of accuracy of this gun, I didn't think it would be very accurate, but it's very, very accurate for what it is. And I tested two types of ammo. I tested the Winchester 17 HMR 20 grain on this. This is going to 2375. And of course the Hornady 17 grain VMAX, of course. So that has the polymer tip on it. The Winchester, as you just saw, is jagged hollow point. And I shot it at 50 yards, shot 100 yards. Didn't shoot a target at 300 yards. I shot basically water jugs. But here's some accuracy. This is 35 degrees, 50 yards. You see right here. This is the shot placement on camera, 5 shots right there. Not ammo related probably. This is the Hornady. Oh, here's another Hornady group. Look at that. That's 5 shots. That's ridiculous. That's awesome. Also 50 yards. You know, the Winchester, not very good groups, honestly. It started really opening up. It's going to be ammo on this. It's not very accurate at all. Oh, that's initial sighting. Then we start going out to 100 yards. This is the Winchester. Again, you're seeing it shooting low, and it opens up quite a bit at 100 yards. Right here. Not great. Of course, this is the Hornady, so it starts to get a little bit better. I believe this again, a consistent round on that, but you look at that group there, decent, you know, not bad, 17 grain. So accuracy decent for semi-automatic. Now it does use a 10 round rotary box magazine. Awesome. Of course, that was pretty much coined by Ruger on that. Adjustable trigger as always, like on Savage. Another great thing. There's safety there. Safe from fire. Has a bolt hold open. So push that in. Lock your bolt open. Now it does not have last round bolt hold open. It doesn't lock back on your last round fired. Your barrel is 22-inch on that. It has a high polished bluing on that, on your barrel there. And your rifling is 1-9 twist on that barrel rifling. And your receiver is going to be a steel receiver 8620 on that. So pretty nice on the receiver part, being steel and everything. Of course, no iron sights on this. This is going to be scope. And that's going to kind of take me into one of the things I would like to see Savage do. Now, Savage is notorious for releasing firearms in a certain configuration first. And they usually do more of the price point configurations to show everybody on the market what they are. And the stock on this, guys, I'm not going to lie to you, it's just kind of chintzy in my opinion. It works, it keeps the weight down. But what I'd like to see them do, I believe this year they're going to do a heavier barrel, varmint barrel, with the wood stock. I'm pretty sure they're going to do that this year in 2016. But what I'd really like more than anything to see is a 16-inch version and a threaded barrel with a 16-inch version. Maybe include iron sights on it, while keeping you keep the stock, keep weight down. Suppressors are really popular now. I think a lot of people like that. And some of the things I do like about this gun, going to my likes, dislikes. I like that it's surprisingly pretty accurate for a semi-automatic 17 HMR. I do have a 93 R17, which is the bolt action. It is more accurate than this, but it's bolt action and a bull barrel. I do like the price point on it. This is going to run you about a little under $400, depending on where you get it. I've been seeing about $400. Maybe you can score it for about $360 on some places. I do like the adjustable trigger as always. That is a nice thing to have. I haven't adjusted this down. It is what it is. The only thing I disliked about this gun, I really only have one big complaint about it, is the stock. But I understand it keeps this weight down. So, honestly, one dislike of the entire thing, I'll take it. It's great. So, in terms of the optic, I'm actually running a Viper PST on this. This is a Vortex. This is going to be a 4-16 by 50 on this 30mm tube, and this is all in mils here on the adjustment. So it's doing rocking the EBR reticle on this, and it's a little bit overkill for this gun, guys. And I put this on because I am testing the scope. So in the video you saw 300 yards. I am adjusting. I want to say. Grab my card here. At 300 yards, my scope adjustment is 2.8 mils. I'm going way up there. So it's a lot of adjustment there. So far the scope's been awesome. Now I will have to say with the scope, it's going to add weight and a lot of it. If you're looking for a general varmint gun. You could use this, but I mean, really, a 17 HMR 300 yards. You saw me hit that flour bag a couple times over. If you're gonna use this for a coyote gun, it's gonna work. But you could probably get away with a 3 to 9 scope on this. Keep the weight down. Even these worn rings add some weight to it. So, but I'm gonna be throwing this Optic on something else after this. So, I would say if you guys have an extra $360 to $400, you want a semi-automatic 17 HMR in your collection, which you probably should as of right now because 22 is coming back. It's making a good comeback, but it's a little harder to find. And the 17 HMR is affordable to shoot still, probably running anywhere between $12 to $13 a box, 50, depending where you're buying it from. So I would say this is a huge win for Savage, perfecting this action delayed blowback on this. I hope to see more variations of this gun. Hopefully, like I said, I would really like to see that 16-inch threaded model come out. That would be super cool because I'm starting to get into suppressors a lot, and this thing would be awesome to suppress. So we're going to keep bringing you videos, guys, like always. Till next time.